Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy back with another video. And shout out to everybody who's watching and supporting the channel. Now, if you like the video after you watch this, definitely like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think about this video. Definitely subscribe to the channel. And let's get into this meat of the topic. Now, what I'm actually going to be talking about in this video is why, the 4 reasons why anti-feminist women hate feminism. And I have these, 4 really good points that I will, thoroughly get into, that I can try to get in less than 10 minutes. So let's actually get into the meat of this. So the first thing I will say when it comes to why women hate feminism is that for feminist women, they love to play the victim. They love to play the victim. And they love to do this because when it comes to victimization, these, women realize that if you actually play as a victim, because people don't even realize when it comes to victims, obviously if something bad happens to you, like if you got raped, like as a woman, you got raped, and a lot of people know that you supposedly say that you got raped, and you got a lot of sympathy, you got a lot of attention, you get a lot of, are you okay? This guy is a piece of shit, you should have never put your hands on you, and blah blah blah. You get a lot of praise for being a so-called strong woman, and you overcoming this horrific thing that occurred. You got out of the situation stronger than you was before, and all that shit. So women know how to play that card really, really well. So that's where you need to be careful and not just automatically go into the woman's side every time a story comes out to where they saying like a woman got raped by a couple of guys, they happen to be this certain color, and whatever. And one thing is, like, it depends on what color, race, or circumstance it is. They'll try to throw in some race thing in there to try to amp up the attention and make it more trending or viral, and it's just like it's ridiculous. It really is, man, especially if that woman actually lied and got that guy arrested and locked up, and then they got the nerve to later on saying like, oh, I'm sorry, I made it up for this and that. And they probably even explain why. They just say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. And most of the time, those women don't get no jail time for that. They don't get any jail time for false rape charges, Like, it's sickening. It really is, man. So that's why I don't always, you gotta do your research when it comes to these type of stories. Like, I'm really almost every single story you hear on social media or in person, So that's what I gotta say about women playing victims. And so number 2 is feminism says women are weak. And that is something that definitely infuriates women, but especially from women like the second wave feminism, because for them, they actually work their asses off to try to get the same recognition as the man. They're doing the same work as men, and they try and get the same recognition for that. But for these women in this day and age, they think that when they play that I'm the woman is weak card, they'll try to get men to pick up some of the slack, because he's saying quote unquote women are weak. I shouldn't be able to lift anything heavy and all that shit. So it's just one of those power shifting games that women use to make it seem like, you're in damsel in distress and you actually need help even though you really didn't. Like you're trying to have, men to pick up your workload while you make sure that they pick up theirs, Like for, example, you can have a chick that you've, been talking to for a while and y'all actually hang out one day. Like I'll say like y'all met on, a dating app like POF or whatever, Plenty of Fish. Y'all talking on the phone or whatever, video chatted, and the first time y'all actually met in person, excuse me, like the first time y'all met in person, she'll try to get you to like, hey, I actually need help, getting this couch into my living room, or hey, I need help, getting my, bills paid. So now she's like amping it up. Like I said before, she's trying to see how much you're gonna actually, help her. In other words, work for her. Because at that point, you're doing a lot of shit that people actually get paid to do. Like people actually get paid to lift a bunch of heavy shit into someone's house. Certain people get paid to do certain shit when it comes to giving out money, which is a bank. And also people get paid to actually, fuck some chicks, which is, like what is it, a mandingo or something? Or like a male prostitute or whatever the fuck. But anyways, the whole point is that there are guys that can actually do that, either get paid for or they can just do it for free. But most of the time, for sex. And also, and I will say this though, like if a chick actually gets you to do all this shit around the first, second, third time y'all even met, and you haven't even, hit it yet, you even got sex with her yet, y'all haven't even been with each other for an X amount of long time, like a couple of months or even to a year, and you're already doing some shit that long-term, a person that's in a long-term commitment relationship has done, you need to let it go, man. You need to let it go. That relationship's a wrap, end the situation. So for number 3 is feminists hate men. Now this is where it takes a cake, because for a long time, women have done a lot of shit to men, which is egregious. It is despicable. And then you got the nerve to say that men have toxic masculinity. Even though for a long time, women have wreaked havoc. Like they've been torturing motherfuckers for a long ass time, for decades, really. Like ever since the civil rights era, which is ironic. It's ironic for men to lose rights after the civil rights. Like it's really ironic, like you slowly, like even after the civil rights, you start to slowly see men losing rights, losing not only rights when it comes to relationships, but also economic power. You start to lose, men start losing rights left and right, and it's crazy. And for women to say that men are misogynist and rapists, they'll say a bunch of things to try to put men down, but they got the nerve to say that we want gender equality. Like, if you don't shut your ass up, man. Like, I hate when women do that. And they be just be very disingenuous when they say that. Like, they want equal rights, they want gender rights. We want to have the same opportunities as men. And it's like, no, not only for guys. I'm sorry, man, but for guys, we gave up so much power for women. We gave up so much power to where they propel, for men, we propelled them so high to where they even overpassed us and ended up taking power with an iron and controlling it with an iron fist, and they do it with no problem. Like, they switched around positions to where they have the most power, and we don't. And this is also to where, yeah, and this is also very I'm trying to look for the word, but this definitely goes for number 4, and that is feminism means rejecting traditional gender roles. So in other words, like I said before, women have become so powerful now. They have so many rights now to where they pretty much call the shots, culturally, but also in the government. And so now you have women in these masculine roles to where we're actually in the subordinate. We're in a disadvantage. And it's gonna take a lot for us as men to get out of the situations. And I will get into the whole switcheroo of the roles in a second. Like, you got women now that actually want careers. They're getting their own money. Like, they're able to go to other trips and whatnot. And the funny thing about it is, with these women, they're in these very high class, careers to where they're able to make a lot of money, able to go to places. They pretty much can do whatever they want, but they're miserable. They're really miserable. But if a guy's in that same situation, he's actually happy. And it's not because of, just by money itself. It's just that when it comes to happiness comes from, when it comes to a man's happiness comes from his achievements and what he have done for his life. A woman's happiness is coming off basis of a man's happiness. And so, in other words, it's not natural for a woman to be in these masculine roles, calling the shots and whatnot. Why do you think when you meet a woman that has these type of roles, in these really high masculine roles, like they can call the shots at their home if they have a man or children, or she makes a lot more money, she can call the shots, or she's like a general manager at a certain establishment, or they became a judge in a judicial system. They in these roles, but they're very, very miserable. They could have a family and whatnot, but they're still miserable. It's because these women is not meant for this, and it's scientifically proven that they're not supposed to be in these roles. So, and as more women realizes that, they are actually more happier chasing, guys and making them more happy, it's a lot more better for men to, like, that is actually a lot more better. You let the man take care of you and whatnot than you as a woman actually take care of a man. Like, that's a lot more better than all that goofy shit. So I'm actually glad that women are starting to reject feminists, because this shit needs to stop. It really needs to stop, man. And once this goofy shit stops, life would be a lot more better for everybody. Not just for women, but for everybody. So, But anyways, man, I hope you guys actually enjoyed this video. And like I said before, comment on this video, like, share, subscribe, comment. Comment on this video. Let me know what you think about it. If there's anything you want to add, definitely let me know. Also, just subscribe to this channel. Be careful out there, and I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.